Sup guys, Odo here, and today we'll be reviewing another project that recently found its way to the Arbitrum chain, and it's Kepler. But on the website, most of the menu items are currently not available. It says soon, so let's just dive into the white paper. We're not gonna read through the whole thing because I think there are pretty big amount of generalized statements here and also some story parts. Kepler's vision is to create a globally popular blockchain-based MMORPG which returns to the fun of the game itself and bring new players into NFTs to influence more game content creators. Facing an unknown future, Kepler is not limited to the RPG itself. The world has infinite possibilities which we will explore together. Then we have project's features. Existing gamified projects mainly play with mechanical clicks and AI battles where you passively watch the outcome. These games have weak gameplay and a large gap between traditional games in playability. So the goal is here to bring the game that's actually fun. Free to play and pay to earn modes. P2E requires users to hold a certain amount of assets in order to participate in the game, which is a high threshold and the scope of participant is limited. By adding the free-to-play model, it will effectively lower the threshold for playing the game and attract more players to participate, while the playability of the game itself can also enhance the conversion of players from free-to-play to pay-to-earn. The game will open different styles of maps and gameplay, one after another. This will ensure players constantly have new game experiences, enhancing the sustainability of the game. And then the fact that it's sandbox experience, so players can freely choose the direction they want to go into the game. And then the fact that it's based on cross-chain technology. The currencies and props in game will be mapped on several different chains: Ethereum, BNB, Arbitrum, Aptos, Avalanche, and so on. And so assets can be transferred between chain using cross-chain technologies through bridges. General introduction, I mean, this is basically the story. If you want, you can read it up yourself. We are mainly interested in other stuff. There are currently 3 classes: melee class, ranged class, and the mage. Then we have character level and character attributes. Then item introduction, obviously also have items, gear, whatever you want to call it. Monsters, how you're gonna be an MMORPG without them. So basically, again, it all's pretty standard. That's why I'm kind of don't want to read through all of that, because it's the general stuff that you can find everywhere pretty much. Then we have gameplay introduction. P2E offers more characters to choose from. Then free to play. Players can pay Kepler tokens to unlock characters, unlock levels, and have a full gaming experience in P2E mode to better execute characters and survive in the game world. Then we have a PvE part and PvP part. PvE is obviously like slaying monsters, mining, fishing, crafting something, etc. And PvP, it seems like they're gonna be a PK mode where players can fight each other in the open world. Then we have something called replicas that are basically dungeons as far as I understand. Land interest. Each territory will be divided into multiple regions and players can purchase these to gain ownership of these regions. Once ownership of region is gained, all NFT items produced in that region will be marked with the region owner's mark, and the region owner will receive a portion of the benefit during the NFT trade. Again, not clear how exactly this is gonna be working, what NFT is gonna be produced, and how all of that will be coming on chains. And then kind of same goes to what they call a monster rights. Every time a new species is explored, as a reward, players can buy to gain ownership of Kepler's species. And same with the land. Once the ownership is gained, the NFT produced by that species will be marked with the species owner mark, and you'll get a portion of NFTs that has been traded. Then game social system, chat, friends, guild. I mean, again, this is very, very standard for any game that can be considered MMO. Passport introduction. Passport acts like the enhanced ticket for our game. Only passport holders can enter the game and participate in the game's daily quest. Dungeons Quest, PvP, Alien Defense Quest, Escorts Quest to earn game tokens and NFTs. So it's basically your entry to the game. Benefits of the passport. Time-wise, Kepler Passport comes with 1,000 hours of gameplay. In-game benefits. Holders have access to daily quests and token farming. It's basically the same that's here. Airdrop benefits. Passport holders have higher priorities in future airdrop. DID benefits. Different passport holders have different in-game appearances, and passport holders will have other benefits like discounts on purchasing game items, token consumption, and limited time promotions. Then we get tokenomics, and basically they have two tokens. One is governance token and the other is in-game token. They also have the third token that's called pre-capital. These are basically temporary tokens that they hand out now in certain promotions that you can then exchange for capital token when the capital token launches. So main token, governance token, capital. Token function, stake. The aim of the game is to incentivize token holders to respond optimally in the most honest way possible to achieve the best returns for themselves. This creates a mechanism to ensure that users, developers, artists, and the platform are all motivated to work towards the success of the platform. Governance vote. Gamified tokens holders have overall dominance of the platform. Platform stakeholders will have the right to many aspects of the platform, such as games, features, events, development, etc. Have right to manage, It's a trading medium. Capital tokens will act as a medium of exchange in the Kepler ecosystem. A 5% fee will be charged for payments made with capital tokens in the NFT marketplace with the web. The Kepler platform will destroy the fee revenue as scheduled. Then we have the contract address and the distribution details, and the total amount of capital token is slightly more than 1 billion. Then we have Keme with the total tokens of 51 billion roughly. Keme tokens will act as a consumption and transaction medium in Kepler game. As the Kepler home system matures while the economy continues to grow, the eventual benefits will be shared with Kepler holders, whatever this means. The main function of the Keme token is the currency circulating within the game economy, generated and consumed within the game. Scenarios of generation and consumption as follows. Big world monster on dungeon monster drops, obtained by completing specific tasks. Consumption scenarios would be to buy in-game consumables such as recovery potions, training stones, teleportation scrolls, etc. Equipment wash, I don't know what's equipment wash. Selling removing gems, expands to unlock simple functions such as expanding backpack compartments and warehouse compartments. And then we have the roadmap here. And the roadmap has been updated 28 days ago, because this is where things get a bit interesting, I would say. And if you look at 2022 is basically where teams started engaging on social media. And we're gonna check that soon. And here mainly they were aiming to complete the beta version of the game. So if you look at 2023, the first part of the year is basically improving the game, do NFT sales, and then they plan to start in-game testing closer to the end of the year in Q3, Q4. So the biggest event right now that they are preparing for, as far as I understand, is the Passport Mint that's going to happen in April. And you can get white lists by doing simple tasks like following or taking part in certain promotions. And again, as far as I understand, there will be 10,000 passports. And you can mint them with a price of 0.1 ETH. Yeah, and I was like, is there any footage of the game? They do have a YouTube channel, but if you go to YouTube channel, you can see that it's like only 3 videos without characters, without anything. You can kind of see that it's just like showing terrain, and that's a bit weird. But they actually do have small showcases of the characters on videos from Twitter. on the Discord. And I actually stumbled upon the FAQ section on the website. And what's actually funny here is that you cannot access the FAQ from the main site, because like if you scroll, there are a bunch of links here, but they don't work. Like this FAQ doesn't work. However, if you click on Passport and we actually go to the subdomain, here the FAQ link actually works. And what is interesting here, if you look at when will the game be released, it says our engineers are working hard finishing the final touches of the game. The anticipated release date of the open beta is scheduled for Q3 2022. Yet now somehow the testing, so it's supposed to be public testing, right, is scheduled for 2023 Q3 Q4. Then can you share some gameplay? And all the links to YouTube, like if you open that, the channel does not exist. Same goes when we're actually gonna check Twitter in a bit, and we're actually gonna find the same thing. So for some reason somebody deleted all the videos and the YouTube channel, and they created this channel very recently, because like they started with this video a month ago. And then one more interesting thing here in the token section, where it says where I can purchase the Kepler token, it says the official liquidity pool is hosted on the Pancake Swap, so you will likely get the price here. Obviously, since the token again hasn't been launched technically, and I'll show why I'm saying technically, there's no pool there, there's no trading there. Why they listing it here in this sentence, I have no idea. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Still, if they deleted the YouTube channel, or somebody deleted, maybe somebody was in control and decided to delete this, I have no idea why. Should be sneak peeks of the actual gameplay. So first of all, I went to Discord, and here are mainly pictures, but there are a couple videos here. This video, I don't know what the hell is this. Then we got some models, and then we have one gameplay video that shows the character battling this creature. However, the creature doesn't really do anything. You see some abilities, you see some interface. Well, I mean, at least that's something, right? It's not like it doesn't look too good, but at least it's something. Then we have this showcasing this model of kind of a tank or something like that. More models, terrain, and then more models. So that's it. And now let's dive into the Twitter, because this is where ironically you can find most of information about this project. They started tweeting around February 2022, and at the beginning it was a lot of models, some early collaborations, and the main theme in their collaborations is like engaging community, retweets, post, follows, tag friends. It's always pretty much the same. And rewards are also like the same. It's either whitelists for the, I guess, the upcoming passport mint, or it's pre-Kepler token that we read about. It's like temporary token. And what's also odd here, the rewards for these promotions are very, very high, like 5,000 USD, 3,000 USD. I mean, it's obviously, technically, I don't know how they calculated that, what the value of pre-Kepler would be, because I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it, how they valued this token. And then in May, they started posting this link, the whitelisting for Kepler NFTs, and if you go here, it has the same form as they have now. But what else do they have here? On this subdomain also, They have NFT mint, same broken link to YouTube for non-existent channel, the refer friend, invite the friend program, and you can see the mint of some mystery boxes with insane price of 2250, and then some Kepler suit, which I cannot change the quantity. It shows 13.5k USDT. Holy cow. But yeah, I don't know what the hell is this. It says minted 93 out of 1320. The countdown is obviously fake. And we do have some information here. Look at this roadmap. It says completed and then intended. There's only 2022. So this stuff is not updated, yet somehow this page still functions. You can still technically mint this. What? And they haven't moved this part into completed, and there's no 2023. So the whole thing is not updated here completely, yet the page is still functioning. The link functioning, the page functioning. Okay, so that's weird thing number one. And also we have this airdrop on the same page. That was also linked on Twitter alongside the campaign, which is weird. And what this is, look at this. So if you own, Kepler's first airdrop rewards will be given to the token holders of Axie Infinity, Sandbox, NFT Worlds, Luxray, ApeCoin, and BandDAO. Well, I mean, the first question is, what the hell does this has to do with the Kepler? That's super weird. It's just like, why? Why? What's the point? And judging by their own metrics, very small portion of that was actually claimed. So after that, they were doing the same collabs, same promotions. I mean, from just browsing through this tweet, it's like all the same. Also included in the post that does look like an obvious scams and some links has been deleted, etc. Like this one, for example. I saw another one here somewhere. What was that? Oh, this one. The first spot social game NFT 140 plus Bored Apes Yacht Clubs captains. 28 ETH in prize pool. What the hell is this? And the one interesting tweet here was on October 27th. The roadmap. Kepler team has been working on the game client for over a year now, and we are ready for the next chapter. In Q4 2022, we will mint our password, and in Q1 2023 we will release our first public beta for everyone to test and get public feedback on the game. So it's been late October tweet, and now we're in March 2023 and they just preparing their passport mint, and the beta or public testing, whatever you want to call it, is scheduled for the end of this year. So they keep moving the deadline, and actually I haven't found any other announcements after that on Twitter until recently. And from December in their tweets they started casually appearing links for pre-sale of the token. And this is a pre-sale page for Aptos. There is actually a similar page for BSC, for example. If you go to the Aptos, it says minimum viable 10 Aptos, which is fine. It's like $120. But if you go to the same BSC page, it says minimum viable 2000 BUSD. Are you out of your mind? And judging by their own metrics, they're still in the round 1 out of 10. So it hasn't been, again, this started presumably in December, hasn't moved anywhere, so pretty much no sales. But that's actually not all. If we check the rules and FAQ of this, They're saying that 1 million USD will be raised through 10 rounds of activities. So they want to sell tokens for 1 million USD. But it gets more interesting. The Kepler tokens bought in the pre-sale will be released in batches each month depending on the lock-in period that is selected by the user during the purchase. The minimum lock-in period would be 12 months and the maximum lock-in period would be 60 months. So not only this is questionable already pre-sale based on price and like everything, you have to lock your token for at least a year. That's fun. Yeah, so it's all not looking good for the project. The one thing that is actually okay here is this video. It's a gameplay video on Twitter. I mean, it's functional, but again, even here you can see that like the wolf is not doing anything. I think they're just like chairs in the game right now. The monsters, they're not doing anything. But yeah, but at least this is some gameplay, right? At least that's something. Out of the recent posted events, again we have this 50,000 USD rewards. Again, presumably pre-capital. Then we have some hint that there will be airdropping tokens to the holders of the Arbitrum Odyssey NFT. To conclude, everything looks super sketchy. Like, first of all, it's unclear who is actually developing the game. There are no mentions of the team. There is no listing of the team. The product timeline has been constantly moved. There is some weird stuff about the FAQ on the website, about the YouTube, where did all of that go? Some NFT pre-sale with insane prices. So yeah, for me super sketchy. I wouldn't touch that with the 10-foot pole. Hopefully the team is building and we're just looking at the stuff that they forgot to like disable or communicate to community about. I don't know, but it doesn't look good. And also if we go back and think about some of the claims has been made, and I constantly saw a tweet that refers that it's a AAA MMORPG. Well, we all know how much time and effort and like the team size and the amount of money you need to build a proper AAA MMORPG, even like the working beta with some very small amount of content. I'm not even talking about the full game, so like very bold claims. On top of that, the multi-chain without actually explaining how you're gonna do that. So a lot of generalized statements that, so for me personally, that doesn't mean anything. I'm interested in the facts. And facts here are not great. But that's again, always do your own research and think for yourself. I'm just here to provide you with my subjective points of view. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.